Now we will study about the volcanic zones. There are actually 4 places or zones where we can find what? Volcanic zones. Number 1 is circum-Pacific belt or ring of fire, and they form destructive margin. While 2/3 volcanoes can be found in what? In ring of fire or in circum-Pacific belt. What actually happened here? They form destructive margin. Destructive margin means what? When oceanic plates and continental plates, they move in the same direction, thereby forming a compressional force, and oceanic plates being heavier than continental plates, what is happening? Oceanic plates subducts over the continental plates. Now, because of excessive temperature inside the earth crust, the oceanic crust melts. The melting of oceanic crust is resulting what? Magma. So, magma formation are maximum what? In the destructive margin. And these magma are responsible for what? Volcanic zones. That means more magma, more volcano. That's why in destructive margin we can find more magma. That's why 2/3 world volcanoes can be found in circum-Pacific belt. And here, what happens in circum-Pacific belt? If we consider North American plates and the Pacific plates, both are colliding. That's why what is happening? North American plates is colliding with what? Pacific plates. Thereby formation of Rockies are taking place. And in the South American plates is colliding with Pacific plates. Thereby the formation of Andes are taking place. And these places are also prominent for the volcanic eruptions. Number 2, mid-continental belt. This all I will do when I will do the map class. In map class or mapping class, what I will do? I will do everything. Earthquake, that means which area is prominent for earthquakes in the world, in India. Similar way, which area is prominent for volcanic zones in the world and in India. But remember, in India we can find the volcano in India in only one places. Now it is your assignment that write in comment section that in which area in India we can find what? Volcano. Next, mid-oceanic ridge belt. They form constructive margin. They are also said to be what? Mid-Atlantic belt. Now, in constructive margin means what? When two oceanic plates they moving away from each other, thereby creation of vacancy. So the magma will run away from other places and try to fill up that vacancy. Now this availability of magma is the cause of what? Volcanic eruption. That's why both in destructive margin and in constructive margin we can find what? Volcano. Next, number 4 is we can also find what? Volcano in places of Rift Valley. For example, Great African Rift Valley. Now, in India or in Himalayan region, we cannot find what? Volcano. Now, write in comment section why in Himalayan region we cannot find volcano. Now, this is the last part of my class, that is question answer discussion. I will give 3 questions. 1, 2, 3. I am discussing the answers of first questions. You have to do these 2 questions yourself. Now, first question is what? Discuss ecological, climatological impact of volcanic aerosols along with its consequences on human health. But number 1 point is of melting of glaciers because of global warming. Now, since volcano releases lava, various gases, compounds of sulfur, compounds of carbon, ashes, volcanic shells, volcanic bombs, because of which it is what? Providing enormous temperature to the atmosphere, resulting what? Global warming. And because of global warming, what happening? Melting of glaciers are happening. Because of melting of glaciers, what happens? Submergence of coastal areas are taking place. And number 3 is what? Global cooling. Now, global cooling means what? When volcano erupts, it releases sulfur dioxide, and these sulfur dioxides, they travels very high into the atmosphere to a region called what? Stratosphere. In stratosphere, this sulfur dioxide, they reflect back the solar radiations coming from the sun. Since it reflects back the solar radiations, or it absorbs the solar radiation, what is happening in the troposphere? It is providing a what? Cooling effect. That is called what? Global cooling. So it causing global warming. At the same time, sometimes what happens? It also causes what? Global cooling. Next point is what? Coral bleaching. Now, before knowing coral bleaching, what is a coral? Coral means what? It is a what? Symbiotic relationship between a plant and an animal. And plant is what? Zooxanthellae, and animal is what? Polyps. What happens? Polyps provide shelter to the zooxanthellae. In return, zooxanthellae provides what? Food. As a result, polyps grows and polyps grows and polyps also gets what? Energy. So symbiotic relationship, in layman terms, what happen? Both polyps, which is a what? An animal, and zooxanthellae, which is what? A plant, both are helping each other. Polyps is getting energy by getting food from the zooxanthellae. Zooxanthellae is providing what? Food by photosynthesis, and polyps is providing shelter to the what? Zooxanthellae. So what happens? When we see the coral reef, the color of the coral reef is because of what? Zooxanthellae. Zooxanthellae provides what? Colors. But what happens? Due to aerosols, what happens? There is an increase in temperature of the ocean. When increase in temperature of the oceans are taking place, what is happening? The corals, that means the polyps, it's separating what? Zooxanthellae. Because of increasing temperature, what happens? Corals or polyps, it's parting out, separating what? Zooxanthellae. Because of which it's losing its colors, because color is provided by the zooxanthellae. So losing of colors is called what? Coral bleaching. And losing of colors are taking place because separating of zooxanthellae are taking place by the polyps because of increase in temperature, which is caused by what? Aerosols. Another point is what? Respiratory disease due to pollution, because there are many ashes, harmful gases which are released, absorbed by the human or animals, because of which many respiratory diseases are occurs. Next one is what? Adverse effect on agricultural crops and irregular cropping pattern. Next one, aerosols will be accumulated in vegetations, which will affect the photosynthesis process in plants. What happens in the plants? In the leaves we have what? Stomata. In the leaves what we have? Stomata. This stomata controls the water content in the plants. These stomata are responsible for what? Maintaining water content within the plants. Now what happens when these aerosols falls on the leaves? It blocks the stomata. When it blocks the stomata, thereby it hampering the transpiration process. Transpiration process means what? The process in which plants release water. That means indirectly, when this aerosols falls on the leaves, it blocks the stomata, thereby affecting transpiration, or thereby affecting what? Photosynthesis. Because in photosynthesis process, water plays a major role. Because water cycle is hampering by the aerosols, thereby affecting what? Photosynthesis. Next question which we have to do is explain distribution of volcanoes in the world and its relation to the plate tectonics. Other question, what are the causes of volcanism, their types and landforms formed by them. So thank you. This is enough in volcanic activity. Next class I will again come.